Have you ever held onto a grudge so tightly that it felt like carrying a heavy backpack full of bricks? Every painful memory, every betrayal, every time someone hurt you, it all adds weight, dragging you down. But what if I told you that forgiveness isn't about letting them off the hook? It's about setting yourself free? Today we're talking about the life-changing power of forgiveness, why letting go is the ultimate power move, how it boosts your happiness, and a simple exercise to help you start your journey toward emotional freedom. If you're searching for daily motivation, positivity, and inspiration, you're in the right place. Forgiveness. It sounds so noble, so mature, so enlightened. Yet, if we're honest, it often feels like one of the hardest things to do. When someone hurts us, whether it's a friend who betrayed us, a family member who let us down, or a stranger who cut us off in traffic, it's natural to want justice, retribution, or at the very least, an apology. But here's the kicker. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. Imagine this. You're carrying a heavy backpack full of bricks. Each brick represents a grudge, a past hurt, a betrayal. Maybe one brick is from that ex who ghosted you. Another is from the coworker who stole your idea and took all the credit. A particularly hefty one is from that friend who still owes you money from 3 years ago. The weight is exhausting, yet you keep trudging forward, lugging it all around. Now, what if someone told you that you could just drop the bag, walk away, feel lighter? Forgiveness is that moment when you finally unclench your fists, put the backpack down and say, you know what? I'm done carrying this. But wait, does forgiving someone mean they get off scot-free? Does it mean you condone their behavior? Not at all. Forgiveness isn't about them. It's about you. It's about reclaiming your peace, your energy, and your emotional well-being. Think about it. When was the last time you replayed an argument in your head 100 times, crafting the perfect comeback you never got to say? And did it make you feel better, or just more frustrated? One of the biggest myths about forgiveness is that it's a favor to the person who wronged us. But in reality, it's a gift we give ourselves. Science even backs it up. Studies show that practicing forgiveness lowers stress, reduces anxiety, and even improves heart health. A study from the Journal of Behavioral Medicine found that people who actively practiced forgiveness had lower blood pressure and better overall well-being. Letting go literally makes you healthier. So if you've been holding on to a grudge like it's your emotional support pet, maybe it's time to set it free. Let's talk about the real-world applications of this. Think about celebrities or public figures who had every reason to hold on to bitterness but chose to forgive instead. Oprah Winfrey, for instance, has spoken openly about forgiving the people who hurt her in her past. Did that make her weak? Nope. It made her powerful. She took control of her own narrative instead of letting resentment dictate her life. Then there's Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison, yet when he was finally released, he didn't seek revenge. Instead, he chose reconciliation, understanding that forgiveness was the key to healing not just himself, but an entire nation. If Mandela could forgive after nearly 3 decades behind bars, surely we can let go of that one annoying thing our coworker said in a meeting. Of course, forgiveness doesn't mean you have to let toxic people back into your life. You can forgive someone and still keep healthy boundaries. If someone consistently disrespects you, forgiveness doesn't mean giving them unlimited chances. It just means you're no longer letting their actions consume your mental space. Forgiveness is an internal process. It doesn't require a formal handshake or even an I forgive you conversation. Sometimes it just means deciding, I'm not going to let this control my emotions anymore. Think about your own life. Is there someone you need to forgive? Maybe it's an old friend, a partner, or even yourself. Yep, self-forgiveness is a big one. Stop beating yourself up for past mistakes. If you knew better then, you'd have done better. Now you know. Holding on to self-blame is just as toxic as holding on to grudges against others. You wouldn't tell a friend to carry their guilt forever, so why do it to yourself? A practical exercise. Write yourself a forgiveness letter. It sounds silly, but putting words on paper can be incredibly cathartic. Acknowledge what happened, recognize your feelings, and then tell yourself that you are letting go. You deserve peace just as much as anyone else. At the end of the day, forgiveness isn't about pretending everything is okay. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of bitterness. So take a deep breath, unclench your fists, drop that metaphorical backpack. You deserve it. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more daily motivation and positivity right here on Positivity Perks.